Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin. Jess is currently upstairs working on another project, so she won't be in this video. We just got back from the Home Depot. We had to pick up a few things, including this brand new weed eater. And so I thought, let's do an unboxing and review of it. So that's what we're gonna do today in this video. But first, let me show you what we've been working with. We've been working with this very small trimmer. At least I've been working with it. You know, Jess and I, before we got married, we were friends for a pretty good while. And I used to go to her old house and I would mow her yard. So this is what I used. And that was like 2016. Yeah, like 5 years ago. And so I've been using this ever since. It's been good and it's been faithful. It is a little short for me. It's not the ideal height. I do have to bend over a lot, so I'm glad to find something that is a little bit more for me. But yesterday I was mowing and I just could not get it to work, and I thought, here we go again. This would make the third time that I've had to open it up and try to repair it, figure out what's going on with it. I've already had to replace some wires in there before. I'm done with it. I think it's time to just put it to rest and let it be. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to give it a proper burial in the trash can. It's done. We're done with it. Look, it's even got duct tape. Sayonara. We do have some brand new string trimmer as well. But this is Ryobi's 40 volts brushless 15-inch cordless string trimmer. I feel like this was the middle road as to where I wanted to go with things. Affordable, and I think perfect for what we have. My other options I was looking at was an Echo. I was looking at gas powered, and then Husqvarna. That was another option. A lot of those were like 200 to 300 range. I don't feel like our yard necessitates us spending over $200 for a trimmer, a weed eater. So that was my budget for it. Keep it under $200. This is under $200. We were able to pick it up today. It was on sale for $179 plus tax, so about $185. And there are a couple of other options. Obviously, they still have that smaller one, and I don't know what the price is on that. And then there was one that was similar to this, but carbon fiber, so it was a little bit lighter. Another one that I think was an older generation. This is the Gen 2. Yeah, let's just go ahead and unbox it and see what's inside. Oh, it's already kind of open. And just for the sake of consistency, I went ahead and went with Ryobi, whatever you want to call it. Again, we've already got so many Ryobi products. Might as well just keep with that. This is the charger. This is the first thing that's come out of this box. The battery is definitely a lot different than the other ones, at least the 18 volts. This is the type that I've been using. I am okay with that. I have no problem with that whatsoever, as long as this is more powerful than what I've been using. So anyways, charger, and here is the power cord for the charger. Set that there. Here are all of the attachments that it comes with. And then, there's nothing else in the box. I'm guessing this is probably the battery. There's the handle. That was another thing, the handle. Some of the other ones did not have this foam grip on it. I don't guess that really matters, but it makes it a little bit easier, I guess. From what I understand, it is, obviously you can expand it. It can go, I think it's like between 15 inches and 18 inches. And you can also use other attachments. This is basically it. The battery is definitely heavy. And again, there was the next level up from this, which was the carbon fiber, which I think was like 1/4 of a pound or 1/2 a pound lighter, but also significantly more expensive. So there's the battery. Let's see what all is in here. All of the user manual stuff, directions. There's the guard. Just for clarity's sake, here's everything that comes in this box. It comes with the brushless power head, which is this, straight shaft expanded, which is this, the overmold handle, which is this, the trimmer attachment, which I would assume is this section here, the grass deflector, the shield, whatever you want to call it, the speed winder, which I don't know what the speed winder is. Maybe it's this. This might be the speed winder. Battery, the 40 volt for that battery, the charger, which is this, fixed line blade attachment. This is the fixed line blade attachment right here. So we've got our bump feed attachment and our fixed line. You got 2 heavy-duty grass blades, 2 fixed line segments, and the operating manual. That's it. That's everything in the box. First of all, let's go ahead and put this on the charge so that in this video you can actually see me using it. So let's go ahead and get this plugged in here. There we go. All right, so I've got everything pretty much disassembled, and I want to walk through a few things here in the assembly process because there is some assembly required. So the first thing we're going to touch is we're going to do the handle. Now, the handle, it's pretty self-explanatory. There is this piece here that is on the back side, and what you have is a screw and this fastener as well. So all you do is there's a lip right here that you're just going to place it in. Hopefully you can see this okay. But just like that, you put your screw in on the top side and then just fasten it here. The only thing that concerns me about this is plastic. I would assume you could probably find a replacement for this if it did break or anything like that at a hardware store. Okay, so we're gonna roll with that for now. No, we're not, because that's upside down. Don't do what I just did. We're gonna twist it around here. There we go. Okay, that's more like it. And now I'll fasten it. Okay, so yeah, some of this assembly is pretty self-explanatory. And then the next thing is your attachment here, which just goes just like that, and it'll latch. And what you want to do is there is this fastener screw here, and it just tightens, clamps down on the attachment. Pretty simple. For now, I'm going to leave it unattached so I can show you these other things. The next thing is I want to take a look at these different attachments that go on the weed trimmer. The first being the shield. Basically what you have is another setup where you've got your, I don't know what you call this. Let me know in the comments below what you would call this. I'm not a super articulate person, if you haven't noticed. But it sets in here just like this, and it goes under. You get the gist. I'm not going to attach that right now. Okay. It comes with everything kind of preloaded. The first thing I want to look at is going to be the bump feed attachment, which is this. And as you can see, I've already gotten all of the trim line unraveled. It's one strand, one very long strand, and if you can't tell, there's a side here with a hole and a side here with a hole. Basically you just feed it in through there, and then you get it as even as possible. So this is how the string goes for the bump feed head. So what we're going to do is place it inside. Well, actually what we need to do first is find the ends of our lines and go ahead and feed them through the holes in this attachment. Make sure that doesn't stay off. There we go. And then we're going to place this on the inside. It's where things can get a little finicky, I think. There we go. Let's get that on that side. Bingo. And then we're just going to lock that in place. Now what you do with this attachment is we're going to use the speed winder. I'm assuming this is it. That's how you're going to get this attachment set up, and then from there you've got a locking mechanism and an arrow. You just place it over the top of the arrow here. Be mindful of the spring as well here, and then we're going to push down and turn to the left, and there you go. There you go. Now the great thing about the bump feed is with this, you just turn it either clockwise to tighten it or counterclockwise to loosen it to give yourself more string. So I don't need that much string, so let me go clockwise, and there we go. Simple as pie. Now what we would do, obviously it's locked, we're going to turn to the left to unlock. We're going to set this aside. I don't want to disassemble that because I don't want to go through all that again. So we don't need this anymore. We also don't need the speed winder at the moment. The next attachment I want to look at is going to be for the fixed line. And this makes that whole process so much easier, but the line is a lot shorter. So basically what we use is this attachment head, and we're going to take our feed, and there is these posts with the eyelets, and all you really do, you can see there's two sides on both sides here. Doesn't really matter which end, and we're just going to run it through just like that. Match them up here and then pull all the way through. And then we'll do the same thing the other side. Don't let that spring, don't lose that spring. That spring is important. Doesn't have to be perfect all the way through. And then the same thing, this attachment is the same as the other one. It just doesn't have the arrow to show where it should be placed. But there's these 4 corners and there's 4 holes on this end. So you do the math. And also these posts are gonna go into these holes here. We just wanna line them up like that. Then we're just gonna lock it in place, just like that. And there's our string. And then just to get the strings out, all you gotta do, pull them all the way through, and you're done. The next attachment is gonna be for the blades, the grass blades. And as you can tell, these are plastic, so I wouldn't, there's a metal attachment for this that I thought about getting, but I decided not to. These are plastic. Same thing on these posts here. It'll fasten onto the bottom of the post, pretty simple, just like that. And then same process, we are just going to line up the posts, these gold posts with holes, and then turn to the left. And don't forget your spring. I forgot the spring. I probably forgot it on the other side too. But that's gonna be it, guys. That's essentially it. And there you go. So that's the assembly process, very straightforward. Hopefully that helped out. If you've purchased this and you need some help, if you're a visual learner like myself, instructions don't work, you just have to figure it out. And hopefully that was helpful. So let's go and let's actually weedie and give this thing a try. Always make sure you're wearing safety glasses, so I've got mine on. So I think what I want to do first, we're gonna use the blade head first. It's already attached, so let's just do that. Now this is the perfect length for me. That's so much better. Battery is not fully charged, but that's okay. That sounds pretty good. All right, there is a section right over here that is a bit more brushy and grassy, so we're gonna give that a try with this. All right, I'm gonna just kneel here. I can't say that I'm a super big fan of the plastic heads. There's bits of brush that is super thick. I'm afraid that the plastic's gonna break. So I don't know, I'm just gonna have to experiment with it a little bit more to form an honest opinion. I would say it'd probably be good to have as a backup if like you run out of strings and you really need to finish your lawn. That's probably what I would use it for. But moving on to the next attachment is going to be the bump head attachment. I decided not to do the shorter strings. It's gonna be the same thing as this. I think the design and the way they made that is just for on the fly. It's shorter string, it's much easier. You saw how I assembled it. It's quicker to get it in there, get it attached and keep going, as opposed to this string, which is, I think, designed for more of a longevity. If you're doing like a full yard and you need to just keep going, that's probably what that's for. So it's gonna be this. I think it's gonna be the same result. You're gonna see the same result. So let's do this. Also, I've not put the guard on quite yet, so this is very vital. But we'll get to that here in just a second. Plenty of yard to weed eat because I did not do it yesterday. Real quick, I am gonna go ahead and put the guard on because this stuff is killing my legs. So let's just see how quick we can get it on here. There's a screw. Obviously I need a flathead screwdriver. I don't have one, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But same principle, there's this end right here that just lips underneath there. That's good enough for now. right, you will notice that there is a feature right here that says high. It's a switch, high and low. Basically, high power, low power. But I would probably be keeping it on high for sure. Well, there you have it. The first official test for this trimmer, weed eater, whatever you want to call it. Man, it is really, really hot today. I mean, it's 90 degrees, but it feels like 100. It is incredibly hot out right now. So, first impressions, I'm really impressed. Bear in mind a couple of things. Number one, what I came from. That thing it's worked for us for a while. It's not powerful at all. I was able to get most of my yard, and I've got about 1/3 of an acre that I'm dealing with here. A lot of brushy area, just overgrown stuff. It's good privacy shrubs, you could say. But there's a lot to weed eat, and it lasted mostly one battery would last the entire yard. Going from that to this, it's definitely a step up. The second thing is it's not gas powered, it is battery powered. So what you heard when I was doing the test, that's as loud as it gets. It was pretty powerful from what I could tell, and my neighbor, he's got an Echo that is gas powered, and that thing is a beast. And I feel like this is just a little bit below that in terms of power, which I think is to be expected. It is a battery powered, but the benefit is that you don't have to buy gas. It's a battery, and you charge it, and that's it. Now the question is, like, how long will that battery last? I would hope that it's equivalent to the amount that you would spend in gas over time, or if not less, you know? So that's, obviously I'm not gonna know that. Again, really powerful from my experience, from what I've came from, and it's battery powered, it's not gas powered. But I'm really excited to be able to use this. It definitely, for me, was a lot easier to weed eat, a lot easier than that. It's not, I don't have to like bend over. I was able to stand up straight. Additionally, it did take care of the trimming so much better than the old one did. So first impressions, I give it 2 thumbs up, because that's the only thumbs I have. 5 stars, whatever, but just simply because of the price. I mean, it's below $200. I don't think you can beat that for this type of a trimmer, weed eater. It's brushless, it's got a brushless motor, 40-volt battery. It's gonna last probably a lot longer than the previous one did in terms of being able to get the entire yard done. Again, the only problem I have with it, I think that is a concern of mine, is that it's primarily plastic, but you're getting what you pay for. If you are looking for, I mean, like if you have an acre or more and you want something that's gonna last a long time that is sturdy, maybe going a route that's in the 300 range for like an Echo or a Husqvarna, or you know, a Rigid or a DeWalt, something like that, that is gonna be that is made probably a little bit better than this. I don't really know. I'm kind of just speculating that this is probably a lot cheaper made material. There is a lot of plastic on it, but just bear that stuff in mind. It works for me, it might not work for you, and that's totally fine. Find whatever's in your budget and what's going to work for you and your yard and your property. I hope that this video was helpful. I think I covered everything. Obviously, I've got this as well, which is 5 extra string lines. I don't think it did like knock off a little bit as I was weeding, but I was going up against the concrete. But yeah, that's it, guys. If this video was informative and helpful for you, let me know in the comments. Let me know by giving me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, reviewing some of these products, I did review the 10-inch miter saw, which I'll link up here, or I'll just put it at the end of the video for you to watch. It's a review of that. If that's something you're interested in, check that out. If you want to see more review videos from us, please let us know. But yeah, thanks so much for watching again. We'll see you guys in the next video.